I first used the book as the legal resources book. I used it to pass my law degree. I was enrolled in a subject called family law, which was pretty straightforward, except I did no work, went to no classes, and when it came to the exam, it was an open book exam, and I took in, everyone else took in all the case books and all their, their notes, and I took in the legal resources book. And I remember Dorothy Kovacs, the senior lecturer in family law, walking around checking on what people were doing, and she saw me with the legal resources book open, and she said, "You should be ashamed of yourself."
Legal advice should be available to people, just like when you take your car in to the service station. You should be able to get down to a lawyer and get problems with the house or your finances, those sorts of things fixed.
We really saw this as being a major contribution to community legal education, to let the lay people know what the law was about.
I think it's an invaluable resource to anyone who's interested in the law or who may be affected by the impact of the law on their life.
It was really exciting to be able to get that degree of information transfused into the community generally, and then because of the success of it, the other states and territories picked it up.
The intention was, and I think it's continued through, to not just provide a summary in plain language of the law, but actually to give the contacts, to give some practical information.
It's a fantastic resource, well written, covers a whole range of areas of law, but you're also supporting access to justice and access to legal information for the community.
The people contributing to this book are some of the top practitioners, barristers and solicitors in Victoria. You probably can't afford to pay them for their advice, but you can get it here in the Law Handbook.
It helps so many people from all walks of life, from lawyers and magistrates all the way down to people who can't afford a lawyer or can't access legal aid for whatever reason.
I did a case in the Children's Court in Melbourne, and the case that was called on before me was a young chap who was asked by the magistrate whether he had a lawyer to represent him, and he said no, he didn't feel as if he needed a lawyer because he had the legal resources book, and therefore he continued to conduct the case himself with the benefit of the book which he relied upon throughout the hearing.
My vision for the book is to adapt it more to the secondary school market, so to introduce more pedagogical features and just increase that accessibility.
Access to law is such an important thing, and I think probably in my career, my greatest contribution to access to law has been the legal resources book, or the Law Handbook as people now know it.
As the legal service enters middle age, as do some of the people who used to work there, I think we're beginning to appreciate just what a precious resource something like Fitzroy Legal Service is, and the Law Handbook's an integral part of that success. It's been there for almost as long as the legal service. It's hard to imagine Melbourne or Victoria, indeed Australia, without those sorts of resources all around the whole country, state by state.